All right, today is July the 27th, 2016, and right now at 9:40 p.m. in the foothills of Los Angeles, we have a barometric pressure of 29.95 inches. We have a temperature of 80 degrees. The relative humidity is 36%, and it was as low as 19% during the day around 2 o'clock, and throughout the hot part of the day, we had very low humidity. Right now, the dew point is 51 degrees. We had a lot of chemtrail activity in the southeastern skies, and that is because of all of these monsoonal thunderstorms that are wrapping around some high pressure that's uh, in this area here. We have a lot of monsoonal thunderstorms. These just popped up in the last 7 hours, 6, 7 hours, and these will all be blown apart. In fact, we can see all the photoshopping here later in the southwest map. Now, there is a forecast. These weathercasters on TV are forecasting that by Friday we should be getting some possible thunderstorms in Southern California. And that is, according to the way they're explaining this, is that this high pressure will break down, and this area of moisture will be allowed to move up. But we'll have to see what happens. Uh, the only reason that these thunderstorms, the truth being told, the only reason we haven't been getting monsoonal thunderstorms all week and all month is because the microwave transmitters have been targeting these systematically and killing them off, superheating them and blowing them apart. We've been documenting that every day in these videos. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the some of these other maps. Here we have the rainbow map, and we can see the intensity of these thunderstorms as they move in a sort of a clockwise pattern. We have high pressure all through here, and we're going to take a look at that. There's actually low pressure right over California and a large area of Nevada, and we'll take a look at that. And then right on top of that low pressure, they have high pressure uh, at the 500 millibar and 300 millibar levels. We'll take a look at that as well. There's some very strange returns on the 300 millibar map indicating the areas where the microwaves, the microwave attack is messing with the. It's showing erroneous returns when in fact uh, the mixture of high and low pressure at that altitude is showing these odd returns. We'll take a look at that also. Let's go to the National Hurricane Center map real quick, and we can see that the only major, or rather the only storm left out here is Frank. I think it was Georgette that was out here. That storm has been completely blown apart, and today we saw that storm disappear off of this map. So we have Frank left with 50-mile-per-hour winds, moving west-northwest at 8 miles per hour. The track on that system is right here. We can see that it's just going to move pretty much in a westerly direction before they completely kill it. This storm's been hit with microwave on and off. We also have a new disturbance here with a 10% chance just south of Cabo San Lucas, and disturbance with a 10%. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's go back to this other map here. We can see that the remnants of Frank, there's blast patterns on that system. And I think over here we have the remnants of, I think that was Georgette right here. That was a Category 4 storm briefly, and they just completely wiped this storm out. All right. Let's go to the East Pacific Water Vapor Loop. We can see all these monsoonal thunderstorms as they wrap around. We've got high pressure. It looks like that is developing right here. And we have high pressure, well, it's collapsing. We had an area of high pressure in here, but that is now breaking down. This is that disturbance, that new disturbance with a 10% chance. We can see that the core of this is being targeted. This is being hit with microwave. And if we look at this in the infrared loop, we can see the storm is, this thunderstorm area is being blown apart. The visible light map. We see the photoshopping overlay right there, right in that area right there. Now if we go back to the infrared map, we can see where that hole opens up. Right there is where they hit it. And it quickly rebuilds because the water temperature down here is fairly warm, very warm. It's in 82, 83 degrees, I believe, down there. Okay, and we can see the blast pattern here on that storm. That's the rest of remnants of Frank. So this storm is slowly being killed off as to not draw too much attention, but we can see the blast patterns on there, on that storm all the way around. Okay, let's look next at the, this is the southwest water vapor loop. And here we have California. We had a lot of chemtrail activity today in the southeastern skies, and that is because of all this moisture that threatened rain. We had an opportunity for rain, and we can see, look at it right here. We have a blast pattern right on that system that was blown apart right here. Bang, you hit that. Over about 4 hours time, that completely wiped that out. That cell right there would have wound its way right into California. So the chemtrail jets were commissioned to spray over the top of all this moisture moving into California. That caused a capping inversion layer. It lowered the relative humidity to just a little bit less than 20% during the day. And those clouds never made it any further than, it looked to me like maybe Brea, down in that area to the southeast of where the San Gabriel Valley and the San Fernando Valley are located in Los Angeles. So we saw a lot of chemtrail activity, and that, of course, is what prevented our rain. Again, jets. We have the jets, and then we have these transmitters that are systematically superheating and killing off opportunities for rain in the southwest. Okay, actually, it's criminal. And what's going on here? We have criminal weather manipulation going on here. Let's take a look at this in the visible light mode. We can see the crude Photoshop overlays in every one of these storm systems. I mentioned the other night, these people have brought this attention upon themselves. If they had just allowed a little bit of rain into Southern California, people like me would have not taken so much notice and interest. But they've made it very obvious what's going on here. So we're going to see by tomorrow morning we're going to see a lot of steam, a lot of residual moisture that will wind up into Southern California. So we're going to get a lot of high humidity probably tomorrow, which, let's take a look here. Next, we saw the visible light map, all Photoshop, very crude Photoshopping. It's obvious what's going on here. All right, here is the surface analysis map. We can see that Tropical Storm Frank is moving sort of in a west-northwest direction. Notice these hurricanes, when they're out here in this area, we had Georgette, we have Frank, but as they move, we have a smaller area of high pressure installed, and that allows for these hurricanes to move out and away from the west coast. So they diminish the size of the high pressure. Yesterday this high was a little bit smaller than it is now today. So they will deflate the high pressure here and allow these storms to move where they need to go. And that's what we're seeing here. Normally this is a huge area of high pressure. We've seen that all season, all year long, great big huge high pressure. Well, when these storms form, these hurricanes and tropical storms, they have to allow them to move away, and this is the way they do it. They deflate the high pressure, and then this storm will move out where they want it to, and then they can steer it along. Okay, let's look at the here's the sea level pressure analysis, and we can see that we have low pressure right over the Four Corner states, as well as California and Nevada right here, with the center of that low being right right over Nevada, it looks like. Now let's look at the 500 millibar map, and we can see that there is high pressure installed right over the top of that low, and that will prevent lift. It will prevent these thunderstorms when they move in from convecting and generating the moisture that we need. Precipitation, thunderstorms, rain. This is going to stop that. So they've got high pressure installed right on top of low pressure. Let's go back to that other map. This is the sea level pressure map. We have a low indicated right there, area of low pressure. And right here we have a high right parked right on top of it. So this is, the meteorologists on TV, they don't show us this information. They completely ignore it. They ignore these hurricanes. All this stuff is ignored. And all we get to see is an animated cartoon map of of Southern California with the temperatures and the cutesy girls in the nice fashion clothes giving us a report. What's wrong with everybody? Why aren't they paying attention? Giving us the real report. Okay, here we have the 300 millibar map, and look at all the odd squigglies here. That's the high and low pressure that is being detected at this altitude, 18,000 feet, as they install and kill these storms off. We have high pressure right here, but some of these storms are moving into Arizona. They kill those off. If we go back to the let's go back to this map right here. We can see that some of these storms are moving into that already are in Arizona. So these are being targeted. Go to the visible light map. We can see the photoshopping right here in Arizona, and that is what is causing the odd returns here at the 300 millibar level right near Arizona. We have Arizona here, New Mexico, and California way over here. So these odd returns are high and lows all mixed together because they're hitting the low pressure. These thunderstorms move in, they hit them with the microwave. You get high pressure instantly from that superheating process, and of course that shows up on the return as high and low all sort of mixed together. Okay, let's look at the eastern U.S. This is the water vapor map. We can see thunderstorms moving through Virginia and out offshore. We have high pressure here. We can see that clockwise rotation. And we can see something here. We've got this is where high pressures being installed. We have clockwise rotation here. And we have a lot of violent weather appearing on the leading edge of that transmitter as it bulldozes a path through the middle of the country. That will separate all the weather up here from what's going on down here in the southern part of the country. Okay, that's pretty much the report tonight. Keep an eye on this new disturbance down here, and we'll do another update tomorrow.